Hey there, Kurt with Eat Sleep Drive here, and we're back with more GT4 content. I know you guys enjoyed the last video. Thank you for watching and for all the nice comments. We're gonna continue the 36,000 mile service for this car. Now, last time we did the spark plug change, and if you haven't seen that, go watch me suffer through that. It's great to watch somebody else suffer through a job, isn't it? So go watch that, and while you're at it, hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps the YouTube algorithm like promote my videos. So I'd appreciate that. But this time we're going to be doing the next part, which is the intake air filters. Now, of course, in most cars, this is like a 5-second job. Pop the hood, pop a couple clips off the air box, remove your air filter, put a new one in. This is a Porsche. Of course, it can't possibly be that easy. So it's a little more involved. I'm going to show you guys all the details. It's certainly a lot easier than the spark plug change. So anyone could do this themselves, even if you're a novice mechanic. This should apply to any 981 Porsches, so the Cayman of this generation, even if it's not a GT4. Shout out to SunCoastParts.com for providing the air filters today. Here is the old one, which I've already removed one. Look how dirty this thing is. Yuck. You definitely want to do this job. I buy all my parts through them. I did the spark plugs. I'll put a link in the description below. Let's dive in. One of the things I would recommend on just to have around, and it's certainly going to help with this job, but it helps with a lot of jobs if you do any car work at all, is an interior trim removal kit. I'll put a link to the one that I use from Amazon, but we're going to be using a couple of these to get some of these trim pieces off. So if you don't already have one, consider picking one up. Now the intake filters are sort of deep in here. Obviously it's a mid-engine car, but they're located over here, so we need to kind of get all this stuff off. But the first thing that we're going to do is remove these side panels here, which grab on top and pull. Then next we need to remove this big plastic piece right here. So we're going to get our interior trim removal kit and start prying on this to get it out. Comes out without too much force. Now it's time to remove this trim that's on the back here, and this just pulls up. Next, this little piece of carpet right here, pull it straight out in the middle. And now we can start to see where the air filters are. There's one over here, and there's one over here, which is actually behind this ECU. So the next thing that we're going to do is take a 10mm socket and remove these 4 fasteners that hold this ECU in. There we go. This little cushion pad. Great. Now, being that the filter is behind this tube, we have to remove the tube that connects to the oil fill. And to do that, you literally just squeeze that hose together. I'm going to grab a rag here just in case there's any spillage. And I'm going to jam it up in here. And if you do this method, make sure you remove that rag before you jam that hose back on there. But now we have access to both of these air filters. Now that the air filter housing is totally exposed, there's only one more fastener left. It's a T25 Torx bit, which holds this kind of housing in place here. And then you take these 2 tabs and pull on them. You gotta watch this grounding cable, and voila. Wow, look at that That is absolutely filthy. Now, in order to get this filter off, 2 more T25 Torx bits, the same ones that you remove this whole housing with. Hold this filter onto this housing. There we go. There we go. Now it comes straight off. Now we can put the new filter on. There's really only one way to put these on because there's a square peg and a round peg. And then now we can reattach these T25 Torx fasteners. With this filter all attached, we can now jam it back in its home. Careful once again for this grounding strap. There we go. Nice click right into place with these little tabs. And now we will put the last fastener, which holds this filter in place, and be done with this side. Let's put our tube back in place. Just press up, get that nice click. And then, of course, we can place our ECU, which is quite important, might I add, back in its rightful spot. This left side is really straightforward. There's one T25 Torx fastener, which holds the filter and the housing in, so we'll remove that. Then we yank on these 2 tabs, and hopefully the filter comes out. Wow, look at how dirty that is. Good thing we're replacing this thing. All right, time to put it all back. This filter housing in here. Nice little click out of those tabs. And we'll put our T25 Torx fastener back in. Boom, filters are in. Now we just got to put all this interior back in. Well, that's it for the intake air filter change. I cannot believe how dirty these are. It must have to do with the intake ducts. You know, they're on the side of the car, so they must intake all kinds of crap. I vacuumed out some leaves and stuff that were in there. Man, I would even do these more frequently than 36,000 miles, to be honest with you, given how dirty these are. But I'm glad we did it, and I think we're gonna get a little more power now. I mean, look how these like have to be restricted. These are so dirty. Check out SunCoastParts.com if you want to buy these through them. They have really competitive prices, and the shipping is always great. I love dealing with the guys and gals over there. Next time, we're going to be doing the pollen and the cabin filter. So that will be the completion of the 36,000 mile service on my Porsche GT4. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Once again, it doesn't cost you anything, and it will promote videos that you enjoy. Thanks for watching. See ya.